Hello everyone and welcome back to Ash of God's Redemption, and let's just continue where we left off, which of course was with Hopper Rouley. And yeah, you can't avoid meeting the cardinal, you just hope it doesn't take a turn for the worse. The prince's tent stands in the town square. You could pay homage to his highness. There's a faint trace of battle magic in the back alleys. Who could have left it? This bell continues to toll. The chimesman is quite persistent. I feel like I should go there last because I feel like I'm not going to get away from that. Let's check that. Wondering what a sorcerer might be doing in Albius, you enter its maze of streets. You follow the fleeting trace of magic. It leads you to a side alley where someone cast a spell several days ago. I feel like it might have been a certain merchant. It's now clear that it was no sorcerer. Someone used a magical plaque. It only makes sense. They would be imbued with power in reap time. Blood is smeared on the pavement. It looks as if it was more than an ordinary fight. The squeaking of a door makes you turn around. Several gloomy, towering figures exiting one of the houses stop when they see you. Large sacks on their backs betray that either one of them is moving out or they're common marauders. It seems like it's the latter. The thugs throw their loot to the ground and draw weapons. Oh, bums. Oh, wow. Me against 5. Oh well. Might as well do this then. Their eyes are black. So they are under the influence of that. Okay, so I only have short range. Well, they all seem to be melee, so... I suppose I could do that. Like, if I go here... Let's do that. Nice. They certainly made a mistake, you know, attacking me. That is not what I wanted to do. I want to attack him. Yeah, you'll be dead soon. Let's actually kill your friend first. Okay, I mean, that's not gonna save you, sir. And done. You look at the corpses and frustration begins to simmer. So many soldiers were dispatched to this town, yet they only protect the princess and the cardinals. Mere blocks from town hall, a daylight robbery took place. The criminals won't harm anyone ever again. Not even a level up. Let's go and check on this bell. You regard the bell tower of Town Hall, and the ringing of the bell makes you wince as it screws into your skull like a bone setter's drill. There is definitely magic at work, yet who would use it in Albius? I guess we go to the prince first then. Trig, the Prince of Girana. You didn't look so worn out last time I saw you. What aggravates you so, your highness? The beginning of the reaping, or is it the incessant ringing of the town bell? Who are you? I've been told that a certain scribe has arrived in town. Would that be you? A healer and a wandering sorcerer with a license? Hopper Rouley. Your face looks familiar. Might we have met? We met in your palace, Your Highness. About 3 years ago, I had just earned my scribe's license. I spent a whole year going through your archives. I can't remember every single palace scribe. Now, if you were a good swordsman, we could talk. I see that you do have a sword and a staff. Isn't that a bit much? And what brings you to Albius? The staff is for walking. The sword is for defense. Such are the times we live in. You either carry a sword or someone carries your head. As to why, I got word that the reaping has almost conquered Albius. Where else would a healer be in such trying times? I don't care as long as I don't freeze my ass off. Just tell me, scribe, healer, whatever. Why in Terminum are you in Albius? I am telling you, Your Highness, it's not a matter of my absent-mindedness, just pure curiosity. It's truly a great feeling seeing everything for yourself and then writing it all down. Aren't you afraid of getting entangled in the chaos? Don't you see what's happening in town now? You can't be that foolish. You are a scribe after all. Why didn't you just run away and not look back? I would be ashamed of myself for shying away from such misfortune. I am a healer after all, even capable of some magic, and magic definitely played a role in this. Perhaps I can be of assistance. I don't believe in do-gooders. Sorcerers are powerless against the reaping. As for temple healers, I've got those in spades. Not much help though. Besides, nobody cares about some ancient scrolls with all the madness going on. You're not quite sane yourself, scribe. Everyone behaves oddly when the reaping begins, Your Highness. If you burn a tree's trunk, you'll hurt the branches too. It takes time for the ancient scrolls to earn respect and for the scribe's hard work to return to wisdom. If you're as clever as you scribes pretend to be, tell me this. Was the bell ringing during the last reaping? And if it was, how did they stop it? Is there a clue in your scrolls about how to silence it? It did indeed toll, but differently, and not for days. I mean, how do you even keep this up? Anyway, stopping the bell is child's play. Just get the chimesman off the damn thing. Do you have any idea how many men I lost in town hall? I don't need a scribbler, I need soldiers. So much for your usefulness. Go visit the cardinal and see if he can find you aught to do. Alright. The cardinal appears has usurped Churlin's shop, or Rask's shop, to use his most recent name, though this cardinal takes anything he desires, and that bell absolutely ear-splitting. So here you are, Blance, and here I was thinking not a single fly would come to this pile of dung. We have 2 flies now, including you. And once again, you're a cardinal, Coronson? So you're a vagabond again. They tell me you now call yourself Hopper? I liked Blance better. I've always been amazed by your passion for changing names. Only Amma stayed Amma. Your coming here is no coincidence, is it? What else did she predict? Nothing really, only onset of the reaping. Does that mean she hasn't lost her clairvoyance? As you can see, that's how it is. The reapings also started in Frisia, not just here. That's not your doing, is it, Coronson? Of course not. You don't think that we've sided with the Umbra, do you? We're all Umbra. Amma is, and so is Rask. He got away from what I've heard. Who came to Albius? Are you saying you don't know, Blance? I'm surprised. You should have seen the one responsible for all this. Something hides the events from my sight, but I did catch a glimpse. A mortal, one with the aura of an Umbra. He resisted a Reaper right here in Albius. An unprecedented feat. Did you see him as we Umbra see one another? But that cannot be. Are you certain? Absolutely certain? Are the gods granting our power to mortals now? I know nothing about that. I don't think that anyone, gods included, is capable of something like that. I ask you, how does an ordinary mortal stand his ground against a Reaper? Damn it. This is a grave danger for us all. Surprisingly, you've arrived just in time, Blance. Can I count on you? What is it that you can't do yourself that I can? Answer my questions. There's something odd about this reaping. It's waning. You think I'm hanging around here for fun? It's because of all this ringing, like it's suppressing the reaping. For whatever reason, I don't think it's anything to cheer about. If it can hinder the reaping, it could spell trouble for us too. So that's what's been bothering you. Truly, there's some magic to all of this, and we need to get to the bottom of it. Maybe I'm no match for you or Ananael, but I don't believe for a moment that you're surprised. The first legions of Frisia are closing in on Barkana. Gabonans wreak havoc near the Ashen Wasteland. Gales have been sighted in the Vandal Forest. The moment we show any weakness, the Palians are going to be at our throats. We were ready for war and the reaping, but not for this sorcery. Will you offer help in return? Saving someone again, I'd rather you ask me to kill someone for a change. That's much easier. There are enough murderers at large as it is, although you're one of them. Still, doesn't the thought of saving someone please you even a little? I'm afraid our notions of pleasure don't match, but I hear you. I hope you'll allow me to weigh decision about any requests we make with my own scales. If so, then we have a deal. Shouldn't we be helping each other? Spare me your chuckling. If only we'd turned Frisia into a graveyard when we had the chance, we could have avoided all this. Naturally, once we're standing in the middle of a graveyard called Barkana. These people are like cockroaches. Leave 10 alive, soon there will be 1,000. At least they're much more efficient at getting rid of themselves than the reaping could ever be. Enough dawdling. Tell me what you need. It's not that simple. A merchant named Paragang supposedly saw a woman of profound beauty before the reaping began, but no one else did. Then he saw the retired captain of the Odalan Guard, Thorn Brennan, with his daughter. They were talking to a reaper. Why should I care about a merchant's visions? Although Captain Thorn did pique my curiosity, looks like he's the man I need. Why would a reaper converse with mortals? I wonder. I don't know. Thorn's wife died first. He took his daughter and a couple of soldiers and they scurried away. However, one of these soldiers turned out to be Prince Treek's son, and that numbskull of a prince convinced himself that his son could only be saved by the scribe who stops the ringing of the town hall bell. Is the young prince in need of rescue? Thorn is sentenced to death. A reaper left his mark on the town gate, and our dear Charlin broke it down when he escaped. The Albius guardsmen were clearly a bit traumatized. Then Thorn goes and hacks them all to pieces. Treeg's worried about his son, and he wants blood. I care not for the prince, but I would like to find Thorn and talk with him. Although I don't care for his possible execution either. And Prince Treeg will not take me seriously as a scribe anymore, so I can't promise I'll be any help. Is Thorn aware there is a prince in his squad of soldiers? Should I care? I don't give a damn about the prince. One of Thorn's companions is his bodyguard, some lad called Sop. His head will be removed from his shoulders the moment any harm comes to the prince. And he knows it. He'll go to great lengths to prevent that. Thorn is much more inquisitive. So this stubborn captain piqued your interest as well. You think he'd fall at your feet if you appeared before him as a reaper? Well, who knows? Where could Thorn be headed? Thorn will raise from Menhir to Menhir until he realizes that the reaping has corrupted them all. He's already visited the first nearby one, even tangled with some Enses there. I don't know where he's headed. The next Menhir can be found on the outskirts of Ursus. Enses are dangerous foes. Thorn's able to go toe-to-toe with them. He didn't earn the rank of captain for nothing. There's hope he still lives. Being accompanied by such a commander will keep the prince much safer too. You still have not explained to me what it is that you need. I want you to stop that incessant bell. It's not just Albius that's been affected by this magic. The bells toll all through Barkana now, all by themselves, not a chimesman in sight. All because of this one here. The Reaper didn't appear anywhere else but here. Why should I care, Kronson? I'm not unraveling someone else's enchantment. I need this body, and I've got enough problems as it is. I'll do without your help. Maybe you should get to the top of the town hall tower by yourself. I couldn't unweave this mysterious spell. Among the Umbra, you have the highest affinity for magic. Give me some advice at least. Several people have already perished in that cursed town hall. The bell's magic saps the mortal's will and forces them to climb ever upward. But we're different. Very well, Kronson. But I'll only take a look. The moment I sense any danger, I'm turning around and getting out of there. Okay, well, guess we're actually heading there now. On your way to Town Hall, you're joined by Kronson. You examine the staircase and can see that it is indeed enchanted. Luckily, the spell doesn't affect Umbra. As you try to make sense of the intricate spellcraft, Kronson creeps up from behind and shoves you forward. What an asshole! You rush up the stairs against your will. This sorcery is affecting you, even though it shouldn't. You must turn back, but you can't. Your feet heed you not. Okay. On the upper platform of the bell tower, you find the soldiers who got too close to the enchanted stairs. Their eyes are vacant. You draw your sword. The guards might not attack you on their own free will, but that is no reason to get yourself killed. Okay, well. Sure. Let's just start. Can we zoom out a bit? Thank you. Well, that's one down. We do have an archer. Oh, he actually survived. Impressive. Very rude. There we go. 2 down. Oh, well, 2 more. Let's move up a bit. Bye-bye. Come on. Let's kill you. Ouch. Oh, how nice of you to move up. Making it easier for me to kill you. Bye. The bell keeps tolling. The rope swings on its own under the spell's effect. Simply grabbing it should break the enchantment and you'll be free to leave. But it's a trick. Touching the rope triggers a curse. Trusting Coronson was a mistake and you're about to suffer the consequences. You muster up the courage and grab the rope, losing your footing as the bell tower crumbles. Everything goes black, all but a message burned into your mind. Follow the guiding one. Collect the 7 parts of wisdom. Read and be saved. Alright. Still no leveling. You wake up to someone slapping you in the face, then hauling you upright. You struggle to open your eyes. The first thing you see is your blackened and frozen hand, which has absorbed the full power of the curse. One look back is enough to confirm your suspicions. The town hall's bell tower has indeed been destroyed. Okay, I guess I did level up. Damn you, Coronson. You scoundrel! I drag you from the rubble, and what do I get in return? Have you lost your tongue, or have you no gratitude? The town hall tower is no more. You've brought it all down, somehow. The store's still in one piece, though, and the tolling has stopped. That kind of magic is out of my league, Coronson. I can only tell you that it definitely kept something horrifying at bay. It still does, but now with my help. See my hand? This unknown sorcerer must have had both hands blackened. Or could it be a sorceress? No matter. A being capable of such magic can assume any form. The spell hasn't broken, and that's no ordinary curse on your hand. The bell must have been a decoy then. But I don't understand the enchantment's purpose. How should I know? If not for the bell tolling, the people of Albius might have slaughtered each other. Damnation. It's your fault I got caught in this enchantment, along with gods know who else. What if this blackness spreads to my heart? Hasn't happened yet. Enough with the weeping. A pompous nobleman is headed your way. You met my request, so I owe you one. However, if you want to ensure my goodwill, I'd suggest you find Thorn and bring him to Opacum. I want to have a look at him. Oh, here comes Prince Trig. The dreams come true, scribe. The hag was right, you stopped the bell. Well, I invite you to serve the Jaranan crown from now on. Find my son Ho and the captain who led him away, named Thorn Brennan. Save my boy and bring the captain to trial. Excuse my insolence, your highness. I only wish to understand. First I hear about a girl of profound beauty. Now there's talk of some hag? And what of this dream? Does it pertain to your orders? I dreamt of a terrifying hag who foretold your arrival. She tried to soothe me, said you'd help. Don't grind your teeth, Coronson. Respect the Jaranan crown. You demand respect for the crown, yet you show none for the temple. All these dreams and prophecies are pure heresy. Oh, and forget about Thorn. He's not your subject. It's not up to you to bring him to justice. It might surprise you, monk, but I'm perfectly capable of making decisions without your precious guidance. Is it too much to say that annoying temple advisors belong on the rack? The temple serves only Barkana. I'd like to believe that, especially with war approaching the southern kingdoms. I'll say it once more, Coronson. If anything happens to Ho, Thorn loses his head. I will pray that your son makes it through this unscathed. Yet I do not think that it is wise to exact vengeance upon the person trying to rescue him. The gods aren't that reliable. I'd be happy to do your bidding, your highness. You showed kindness to me once, and it's time I return the favor. Finally, a voice of reason. And I don't care if it comes from a bookworm. Thank you, Coronson, for your prayers, and you, scribe, will have others to assist you. You'll have to get acquainted with your new companions before leaving Albius. Out of the blue, I entered the royal service and found myself some good travel companions. Must you always escort me, Ake? Laugh all you want. I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm quite capable of handling a dozen gals all by myself, but taking down the town hall is another thing. And don't you dare hex me or I'll beat the living daylights out of you. I am no sorcerer, Ake. The town hall was already falling apart. I just sneezed a little too hard, but thanks for the warning. You sneezed so hard that the cardinal himself waded through the rubble to get you out? That's some achievement right there. Chance rules the world, Ake. That and strong fellows like yourself, if you're lucky. Good. It's time to go. But we will get to know each other on the way. Don't get frightened if anything else crumbles like the town hall. Not so fast, scribe. His Highness asked me to give you this captain's insignia. Why a vagabond would need it is beyond me, but such is the prince's wish. He's also granted you travel documents with his personal seal. It'll make the journey easier. How curious. The prince showers us with gifts for a job that isn't even half done? Well, if that's all you have to say, let us be on our way. Let's talk in private for a moment. We've a long road ahead, and I need to tell you something. They say the cardinal blessed you, so you're not just some filthy sorcerer, right? So you won't make fun of me? Tall as you are, you're forced to look up at the giant. You wait for him to say something. Thing is, whatever hag appeared to our prince in his dream, I saw a pretty girl. The one that Paragang thought he'd glimpsed, only I never mentioned her to anybody. Why didn't you? Did you pity the girl, or was it something else? And how do you know it was the same girl? There are many pretty women in Burkana, more than anywhere else in the world if you ask me. They make your blood race, not curdle. I nearly shat my britches when she came to my tent. The way she stared at me, and then, when she vanished into thin air, I decided that it'd be best to keep silent. You know, for appearance's sake. Why did you bring her up then? So she came to me because of you. Tell your new companion to look for signs, she said. If he values his life, he should watch and listen closely. The signs, she said, should be found in burnt-out coals, ruins, or a place where there's no water. Or some such nonsense. Place where there's no water? Either a desert or the dried-out riverbed. Nonsense or not, thank you for telling me. I'll rack my brain for a way to save the prince and solve these riddles. Let's go. Your ruler can't wait to see us leave. You leap to your saddle with plenty to think about. Clearly, Coronson received no message. It was addressed to you. Follow the guiding one. Collect the 7 parts of wisdom. Read and be saved. Yeah. Gods know what these parts of wisdom might be. This guiding one is also a mystery. It seems there's a long road ahead. No time for leisurely traveling to the far ends of Terminum. The reaping, the prince, Thorn and his daughter, all of them are bound together. One can only pray there will be no need to sever this tie. Okay, well, this is where I will end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!